I'll be a lawyer. I'll work for myself. I'll be a criminal defense attorney. I'll have my own practice. I'll go to law school. So it was implausible in some ways. I mean, looking back on it, characterologically, it was a horrible decision for me. Like, dumbest decisions I ever made.
Pin it up. So you end up kind of having like a quarter life crisis where you decided you wanted to do something more, right?
My whole,
And
to be fair, my whole life has just kind of been like one fucking crisis after another. Yeah, that's my fault. I do myself through shitty decision making and my inability to regulate myself emotionally or deal with adversity in a constructive way. But yes, no. I had a quarter life crisis because I quit hip hop. So yes, I fucking hated myself, hated myself, wanted to fucking die. But this is like two. Yes, again, once again. When we
right.
can
So then you
interview the 40.
decided to pursue going to law school. Like, how did you decide law school is what I want to do out of everything that I could possibly do?
It was process of elimination. I didn't have technical knowledge like Icon. I didn't understand. I didn't understand computers or anything of that nature. You know, I wasn't good at math or science, so that kind of ruled out engineering or something like that. I was a horrible student. I was a good reader and a decent writer. So, and I was good at speaking. I was slick. I was glit. I was slick. I could speak without ums and uhs and you knows and likes and but I could. So, um, I'm Jewish. I grew up in a neighborhood where there were many of my friends' parents were lawyers, and they were successful, and especially criminal defense lawyers. They seemed cool, they made their own hours. They dressed flashy compared to other lawyers. They were kind of the hipper look. They some of them smoked weed. They were laid back, but they were also like very aggressive, passionate. They were very quirky. Style looked good. Big ass houses in a nice neighborhood, in a lead neighborhood in America City. The kids, my friends, were clearly well provided for. They weren't sweating anything. So I'm looking at it. Dad basically kind of gave me he's like, look, man, like, if you want to take care of Laura, my wife now, he's like, you're going to honestly struggle to do it as an underground musician. He's gonna be like being very real. I remember we were in his Mercedes driving up Negley Hill, which takes you from Shady Side to Squirrel Hill, near where my parents live in Squirrel Hill. And he told me this. He's just being brutalized. I was in my early 20s. He's really honest with me. He's like, you'll struggle, to provide for a family, to take care of a woman where she doesn't have to work or doesn't feel the need, stress, or pressure to work a job she doesn't like. You would have to kind of figure something else out. Like this, he's like, you could do it forever if you wanted to, like only for you, most likely. He's like, not for others. So, that resonated with me, and I was kind of in a space where, okay, I graduated college a few years before. I never got a job. I just kind of touring, like living from one floor to another, barely getting by. And then also we hit a point where physical media was in a serious decline. We weren't making money selling merch. Now it's different. I think people like something. At this point, nothing had really replaced that. Like music had just become free online, and nothing was really, people weren't buying and we needed that money. We might only make $200 at the show, but we might sell 50 CDs. Like that's where the money was. So, I kind of really felt like dying, drawing, whatever. So I kind of thought about it and I was like, all right, I can't do this. I can't do this. I did that. Well, I'll be a player. I'll work for myself. I'll be a criminal defense attorney. I'll have my own practice. I'll go to law school. So it was implausible in some ways. I mean, looking back on it, characterologically, it was a horrible decision for me. Like, dumbest decisions I ever made. It had a sound basis. I was doing it for the right reasons. I was doing it.
Why do you say that though? Why do you say?
I mean, because look where it led me. I don't think I would have gone to prison, even with the amount of weed I was selling, if I hadn't made that fucking commercial. And I wouldn't have made that commercial if I wasn't a lawyer.
Before we get into the commercial, though, you felt that you were good at improvisational argument skills that came from like battle rap and stuff like that. So you felt like that could help you being a lawyer, right?
Yes. Yes. That was that was my rationale. I thought I was good speaking to crowds. I could get people on my side, employ humor, observation, quick on my feet. Figured those would be useful skills in a courtroom, perhaps.
So how hard was law school for you shifting, going from like living this freestyle life of, being on the road to now like having to be organized and be like really on it, and then obviously going to take the bar and stuff like that?
So let me give you a little life hack. I was never organized, nor was I on it. I was a horrible student, sucked at every aspect of law school besides trial advocacy. I was good at that one, the one class where I got to talk in front of people. So that was my hack. Was I was the worst student in my entire school, and was constantly, just stumbling around in a fucking student, not understanding basic concepts or precepts. What I had to do, because it was like my brain certainly took the way that one would need to be good at those things. Yeah, showed them. I knew it was a mistake as soon as I showed up. I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be bad. Let's just go. Oh my god!" But I couldn't quit. I just felt like I was.
Did you pass the bar on the first try?
Yes, I did pass the bar on the first try. I did. I was.
Wow.
I don't think PA bar is like. I think it's middle of the road. It's not as hard as the California bar. I think it's harder than many. It's also easier than a few too. So, but no, I did. I passed the bar on the first try. I did. I did.
I didn't realize that it's different in each state. Like it's easier
Yeah.
in certain states.
Yes. I mean, Hillary Clinton, who's the head of her class at Yale Law School, which is the best law school in the country, failed the New York bar the first time she took it.
Wow.
That is a hard bar. That is a
So does Kim Kardashian get a little bit of a leeway because she failed the California one like 6 times now or something like that?
California bar. I think it's the hardest one. I think from what I've heard, the California bar is by far the hardest one to pass. So I mean, far be it for me to advise her. But if I were her, I would have studied for like the Arizona bar or something. Just try to get one under your belt that worked. That was close by. Nevada, maybe something that was amazing.
But then you need to pass the other one in the state that you want to practice law in, though, right?
Yes, you do. But I always thought it's unless you had, I don't know. I mean, I guess for her, she only wanted to practice in California. So like, what does it matter? But it's like for me, I took the PA bar because I wanted to practice in PA. But if I was living in California, I probably would think, okay, I'm going to practice somewhere else to start to want to fail the test, because I don't know if I could have done that again. I don't know if I could have sat there for like 6 months, studied 15 hours a day, my brain like through my nose like jello to take that fucking test.